Page 10, it came upon a midnight clear. 3/4 time, 1 flat in the key signature. We're in the key of F major, more or less. So make sure you can do the F major scale. It might have some D minor in it. This is a beautiful arrangement. Let's check some things. Right hand first. Just make sure we got the fingering and everything worked out here. At the beginning, it's an A and an E, and then a G and a D. Thumb's going to cover the bottom two, and I'm going to use 5 and 4 on the top note here to here, so I can connect the top note. And then you go up. Just lift up. 1, 2. Index finger comes down. Measure 10, 3rd finger. We're going to take advantage of this repeated note to change hand positions. And then go on, do that some more. Oh, goody. There's measure 21. You're here. Octave down, reach. Now, B natural, C sharp, thumb. If you've been doing the scales like you're supposed to, this kind of thing should be fairly simple. Otherwise, you might struggle with it. Now, there's different fingering styles people use. It's not that one's right and one's wrong. It's just that there's different ways of doing things. The fingering style that I teach, that I use, one of the principles is I don't cross the thumb if I don't have to. So I'll measure 26 when you got to go to here. And you go on, you cross over the thumb. I don't have to do that, because I can go here as rather than second. I just scrunch up and use 3rd finger. And there, I'm there. So measure 25 is 3. And that's how I would typically finger this. That way I don't have to cross the thumb. However, there's nothing wrong with the fingering in the book. If that's what you prefer, go for it. Let's go down to the last line. Well, let's start with the next to the last line on measure 37 with the dotted half notes. You're here. And you come up an octave here. You come up another octave. It's an A and an E, like so. And you should know what those notes are, really. And then a 1, 3 at the end, and that's tied for the rest of the piece. Left hand. We got broken chords. 1, 2, 3. And they want here. And down here. I don't recommend it. If you take all the notes in the first 2 measures, it's like this. That's it. I would use this hand position. I cover both of those chords without moving the hand. And again, one of the principles of the fingering that I use and teach is I don't move the hands if I don't have to. So we don't need to keep moving the hand. Yeah, just stretch out, leave it here. So it's in 3, 1. You do it all right here. Now when you get to measure 9, you see you're here. Now measure 10, now you come up. And up again. Cross over. There's a way we can do it without crossing over, but that causes another problem. So the fingering in the book is actually pretty good. Measure 11. Then during the rest you come back down. We do that some more. Measure 21, 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. I had to cross over for 1 note. Again, there's other fingerings, but this fingering is fine. Use it. Then you come down, a G and an E, and then here, and then 5. We've had that before, and then we go back to our at the bottom, last 2 measures. It's here, and then lift up and move. 5 and A and an E. Sounds great, doesn't it? That sounds like F major. Okay. Put the hands together here. So it's 3rd finger in the left hand, here, and then here, here. See, it's the introduction. It sets the mood of the piece. Guess what this mood is going to be. Let's go on. measure 12, make sure the left hand has a rest. That C's by itself. Measure 21. Here. Now that's a half note. Hold that down. Right? That gets a bit tricky there. Like measure 23, you're here, 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 then come down here. Back to what you were doing before. So you work out getting the hands together and then go back through the troubled parts and get rid of the hesitations. So it's a steady beat all the way through. As far as the articulation goes, it's pretty connected. They want you, in my opinion, you connect all that together. And then lift up. So we hear like taking a breath. Lift up. But keep the left hand connected. They have two note slurs in the left hand. To do that. I disagree. I'd connect this left hand all the way through unless it's a rest. Now when you get to measure 11 and 12, you're here. Lift both hands together. A little silence, like taking a breath, and go on. Lift up here. I don't know, according to the words, there's no break there, but you can lift up, I suppose. Lift up both hands there on measure 20 at the end of the page. Lift up. So a little silence. And the little silence I'm talking about is just enough. It's like taking a breath, just a little bit. It's not a mathematical, I can't say it's an 8th note or a 16th note or whatever. You just lift up, you feel it. Here. Again, lift up. Here, they have that slurred. Well, the only way I can slur it would be to use second finger. Then I can connect those. I wouldn't worry about it. We're going to let the pedal help us out here. And then lift up. So forth. Yeah, I don't like the short slurs, because to me that gets a bit choppy. And some music, that's okay. This I think needs to flow. Now if you want the 2 measure slurs at the beginning, that's fine, it's up to you, it's a personal thing, but I prefer not to. Dynamics, go to the melody, and it's going to be the right hand, even at the introduction. Whatever you think moderately soft is. I prefer to have the introduction a little different than when the song starts. And the song starts at the pickup to measure 5 here. That's the song. That's the song. That's what I want to be moderately soft. If that's the case, I got to actually start it soft. Or I'm going to be moderately soft at the beginning and I'm going to go up to moderately loud for the piece. The problem is there's a crescendo there on the second line. I don't want to go up to loud. So I'm going to start this soft here. And the listener should know for a fact this is melody. And this is moderately soft. And the left hand's very soft. And you go up to moderately loud. Just here, you can come up to about a moderately soft in the left hand and go down to very soft. Come down here. The right hand dies away by itself. You don't have to. And now we're back to moderately soft. You get the idea. Now at the bottom of the page there, on measure 20, you're ending that moderately soft. Now, all of a sudden, you're moderately loud. It changed. We changed moods here. The left hand can come up to about a moderately soft to soft to. up there on measure, what is it, 28? In my opinion, that belongs on the quarter note. The word's in the way. They can't put it there, but it belongs on the quarter note. Now I'm moderately soft. Left hand's very soft, like you were at the beginning. You get the idea, I hope. Get into it where you can feel these dynamics. That's where the magic happens. It's like shaping a phrase. You come off at the end of a phrase. Measures 7 and 8. I come down there, and then start again. It's you feel it. Experiment. See what you think. Speed-wise, it's about where I've been playing it, I think. Somewhere in there. Now they've added pedal, and that's okay because we like the overtones. That colors the sound a little bit, but we have to be careful or it gets blurry. If I pedal it just like they're showing, they're changing it basically with the harmony on each measure, and it's overlapping pedal throughout. So you're not going to hear any phrasing or anything. It's just overlapping pedal throughout. It sounds sort of like this. Notes go down first, then the pedal. Change the pedal after I play the notes, so it overlaps. It's sounding like. See, the simile toward the end of the second line means keep doing it the way you've been doing it, and because it's down by the pedal line, that's what it's referring to, because simile could refer to anything, just about. I would like to hear the phrasing at least. So it's like on measure 12 or measure 11 and 12, you're here. I'm going to lift the pedal with the hand. I'm not pedaling the pickup beat. I don't need pedal there. And then this way, I hear this again. Same thing, measure 20. Change it and lift it up with the hands. A little silence, and don't pedal. You don't need to pedal. Even though it's a repeated note, I don't need to connect it because this is a little more exciting. Measure 24, I don't pedal the last beat. And I lift it up so I hear the phrase. And measure 28 again, I lift it up and I don't pedal the pickup beat. Measure 36, I lift it up so we get one beat of silence, and then we go on. Just overlap pedal all of this, and the last two measures you don't change it, you hold it down, because we want all of those notes in that chord at the end. We want to hear all that sound at the end, and you just enjoy it. That's an order. Enjoy it. Okay. There's no fermata there, but if you want to linger on it a little, I see no reason not to. You have to listen to the effect the pedal has, and do you like it or not have it like it. If it's getting too blurry, try changing it or something. Try something. Leaving it out. The preferred thing is to leave it out, but we want the overtones, so we'll use it. please don't copy me. You play it and you make it yours. That's just one way of playing it. If I play this 10 times, I play it different every single time. It's a little different. Not a lot different, a little different. Because I keep experimenting with things. Let's play it together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms and all. I'm not going to do any dynamics. So let's just try it out. I'll give us 3 counts. I'm going to pedal it as I suggested. 1, ready, go. 1, 2.